Emotionally, it was quite affecting, and I had a really great meditation on time, relationships, family that I thought worked quite well. I felt that the ending in particular reflected a very layered appreciation for this. They could have been a very sort of sappy resolution there, but I thought that the piece had a very intelligent understanding of the thematic and the emotional influences behind this kind of piece, and what it means to grow up with what I believe an absent father, and growing up, understanding that there are some mistakes that cannot be resolved in real time, that you really had to have handled it better in the time, and that it shows you the level of stakes that come with being alive, and interacting with the human experience, and creating a family of your own, and sort of having a sense of identity reflected in someone else. And I thought that the piece worked hard to reflect a lot of those ideas, and it was effective in a short amount of time.
I think it does a great job portraying a parent-child relationship and how that changes over time, and how you interact with one another changes over time, and how it builds and changes and strays, and how any feelings that you have over time develop further and grow. It was a really heartwarming and heart-wrenching piece at the same time, to watch this parent and child just grow apart in ways that you don't necessarily think about. I think it was done in a way that, although it was a very specific situation, it felt very relevant, and it felt very personal. And I think that's a sign of very, very good storytelling.
Just says so much as to the parent-child relationship, no matter how old you are. I was just talking about this with my friend. No matter how old your parents get or how old you get, you still see each other as the child. You see your parent as the age they were when you were growing up, in a way, and as the parent, you see the child as your child, like no matter how old they get. So I thought that depicted in the shadows was amazing, like such a great idea. I loved that a lot. Um, it kind of gave me the chills, because it was just such a cool depiction, and a great way to express that. And when the dad said he was sorry, that gave me the chills especially. Just so sweet, just a great, great message here. Love the leaf falling into the water on his shadow and his reflection in the water. Just really nicely done throughout.
This is so relatable, and which makes it so powerful. How many kids out there had a parent that just walked away, and it makes you think, what would you feel like when they come back? I think this animated film nailed it. You would feel like a child again. All those feelings from when you were abandoned would come back to haunt you, and this film showed that brilliantly. It was really well done. It really tugged at the heartstrings. You could feel everything that had come back, and there's some things that you just can't look back on. This film, the lighting, the story, all of it was just so captivating to watch. It was an amazing film, because it's something that's such a real situation that kids go through, and that when a parent comes back when they're adults, and how they're supposed to deal with that.
In a sense, healing a part of your inner child. We see this grown up that seems to be at the age of a child almost, going through the experiences of being grown up, getting ready for the day, going to work, and then coming across someone that they're upset with, who we find eventually is the father that left them. And you kind of see this sadness through the child, as you see the inner workings of this experience, where this grown up essentially faces his father after a long period of time, and saying the things that he needs to say in order to move on from the abandonment that his father had given him at a young age. And you kind of see it expressed through this version of himself. You see him go through these struggles, and in a sense has this like little temper tantrum that is very childlike. You know, it's often said that we sometimes act the age of the period of time that hurt us the most. And you kind of see this expressed in this moment as he sort of has this conversation way later on in life. Yet this pain still feels like as if he's a child being left for the first time from his father.